Fans of Grace, Adam and Jess. Hello, welcome back.
It's lovely, it's wonderful.
Awful.
Yeah.
Miserable.
I'm lying, I actually hate it.
Did you miss each other?
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean,
reuniting.
Yeah, we've been friends since since I departed Killswitch, but we haven't spent this much time together in years. It's definitely nice. But as far as working together, again. It's been awesome.
Working together,
yeah.
not spending all that time together.
Basically.
Screw that.
Yeah. No, it's been a great experience.
Yeah.
Putting this record together and doing what we're doing with the press and stuff. It's been fun. It's an interesting situation. We're not entirely sure, but we do know we want to get the record out initially,
yeah.
And then see what happens. We put together a band and maybe do some touring. See, man.
It's
time will tell.
I guess the thing that it will make itself clear to us as soon as we get the record out, if people actually like it or not. So,
there's a demand for us to go ahead.
Yeah,
and do
so if people don't like it, then we probably shouldn't hang around too long.
You're not going to have another crisis if people don't like it, do you?
No.
Oh!
No, that's fine.
Run away!
No, I'm a completely different person than I was 8 years ago. I've grown a lot. And I'm very confident in who I am and my abilities now. So, no, I'll just carry on with another group. It's fine. The strength of God. That's all I can tell you. And through sheer determination. But it's funny you say that because, I mean, I found myself in another dark period while writing this record. And this record is very much a reflection of both of us in our dark times.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the catalyst for change and the catalyst to find strength and pull out of another dark place. I mean, such is life. We all go through struggle. We all go through dark times and good times. It's just how do you react to your dark times? What do you do and what do you turn to, you know? And I feel like because I've had dark times in the past, I sort of had a foundation to stand on, and I knew what I had to fall back on. We had each other. I mean, honestly, making this record was like a therapy session for both of us.
Yeah. It's funny. It truly was just something to keep our heads up and something to kind of just this cathartic release of negative energy, you know. Everyone has triggers.
Yeah, various triggers.
Everyone has triggers. It's just how you.
Yeah.
You know,
it's hard to really pinpoint one thing too. I mean, when you go through a crisis, it's usually not just one particular thing. It's a bunch of stuff. But you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah.
It's definitely diverse. You know, people are going to hear our roots and you know what we worked on together. But there was a lot of freedom when writing this record.
I was about to say that was the coolest part about making this record is that it was I basically wrote it for myself and for just as a sheer just like I said, letting some steam off and just made music for the sake of making music, you know, to keep my head up. And yeah, because of that, I didn't feel like I have anybody to answer to or any kind of like genre specific thing I have to stick with. It was just like, I'm gonna make whatever the heck I want. Screw it. Yeah.
And I mean, he wrote the music first, so it wasn't. He basically handed me the record, and what he had written was so vast and diverse and had peaks and valleys. It was just wonderful, diverse sounding sonically music, and it was so visual for me, and it just initially just hit me right between the eyes. Like I kind of knew where I wanted to go with the songs, and we had the luxury of sort of the blessing and the curse of taking our time with the record. I mean, we didn't have a label telling us that there's a deadline. We didn't have any pressures on us, so we were able to take our time and craft each song to make this cohesive record. And the whole process was just hard to explain. It was like we had this connection, and the stuff poured out of us.
So it was very, how can I say, real. And
yeah, it's the most real thing I've ever done.
Yeah,
honestly.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, You know, it is for me, and what music has done for me and continues to do, and not even the music I create, I'm just speaking about music in general. It helps you, give you perspective. You know, music has a purpose. I think most everyone can relate to some kind of music. There's a reason for it. I initially got into music because I wanted to have a voice, but also I wanted to affect people. You know, I have I can't even explain it. It's just a deep compassion for humanity, where you know, there's just a part of me wants to throw my arms around the world, and I'm able to do that through my lyrics and my music. So, yeah, it's nice because I really do have a sense of purpose in this world, and this album speaks volumes of that.
Some real music and an X factor. How so?
That's it. Actually, that's an interesting question because I see what she's saying. I mean, when you look at the pop music and you look at our world, and we're obsessed with money and obsessed with sex and violence and all these things, and it's all prepackaged and all this other stuff. I think it's just it feels good because I feel like we're being who we are, and that's important. People need to be themselves and not be afraid to speak their minds. You know?
There's actually one of the songs kind of touches upon that point.
I think for us, it's just a matter of the fact that we feel we accomplished something with this record, and regardless of what it does, obviously we have hopes that it will do well and it'll be received well. But I think at the end of the day, the success is already in just completing the record and feeling good about what we've done.
And you know, I think also we just like making music together. So even if it doesn't go well, you know, it's a good chance we'll probably make another record. We just won't put it out.
Or just make some other different style of music. I mean, the possibilities are endless with the two of us. And I think that we have a synergy that I don't really have with anybody else. So it'd be a shame for us not to make music together.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. I guess I'd have to balance both situations, you know, because that's also my baby. I think we could make them both work. But, you know, only time will tell. Who knows? You know, so you gotta just go where it feels right.
Spirit leads you.
I was about to say that.
No, you really? That's awesome. That's funny.
Go with your heart. Yeah.
Seemless is done.
Done?
Yep. Currently have a project called The Empire Shall Fall.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much just, I work a full-time job, so it's pretty much just weekends. We play shows, and for the time being, while we're working this all out, you know, it's kind of on a hiatus, and the guys are totally supportive of it. But yeah, Seemless has been done for a while. But I loved Seemless. It was good for what it was, and it really taught me another side of my voice, because I was able to do like blues and rock and roll. And I actually incorporated a lot of what I learned with Seemless into Times of Grace with the blues vocals, and yeah, it's good. But, you know, that just ran its course. We all went our separate ways. We're all still very good friends, but it just was time to put it to bed. Yeah, I mean, yeah, at this point it's not a touring outfit. It's literally just weekends, and they all have jobs, they all have different things going on, so it's just something we do that we enjoy. You know, I don't know if that band will ever be a full-time band, and that's okay. I honestly started that band to just have a release and to be able to create something and have a voice, and I still have it. It's great. You know, those guys love Times of Grace. They've heard the record, they love it, and they're totally 100% behind what I'm doing. So
you're releasing a lot of energy, aren't you? Everywhere.
Yeah, have to. You do the same thing through your production. You know.
That's true. Honestly, just thinking about finding bandmates first.
Yeah, we need to have a band before we do
that. That's the main issue as of right now.
Any idea? Have you been in touch with anyone?
Not too many people actually. I've spoken with a few friends that I'd like to at least sit down and try and, you know, have some conversations with and talk about it maybe. So let's see.
Yeah, I think what's important too is not just if they can play their record, but who they are and the energy that they have.
Exactly.
You know, because it's a special thing and we want to treat it as such.
It becomes a second family once you join a band. You know?
Do you think, is there anyone in music business that can handle the both of you together on tour?
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
Absolutely.
Time will tell.
November 8th. Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna come kill you.
I honestly,
No,
that won't
I'm
work.
not in a position to convince anyone to do it, but I'll just say that I will say this: it's, in my opinion, the best work of my entire career, hands down, no problem.
It's definitely the most proud I've ever been about anything I've ever created. So, if people like it or not, hey,
That's their problem. Depressed people now. That's a good question. I don't know. People who appreciate good music.
Are you
Said it
all?
was good.
I did.
I don't know. Hopefully it'll appeal to everyone. You know, but you know,
It's hard to guess that.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to try to predict that. I mean, you have hopes, but trying to have any sort of expectations set you up for disappointment.
exactly. And who knows what appeals to who? You know, like everyone's different.
Do you think Killswitch fans are gonna like it?
They might, yeah. It's definitely a little
It's
different.
different, yeah.
It's a little different than Killswitch, but you know, they might.
Okay.
Yeah, hard to guess that one. That was good.
Yeah.
You?
No.
No.
Best bar in London so far.
Right on.
Okay. Say your goodbyes.
Cheers.
Bye.